Good afternoon. This is All India Radio. I'm Anuja Kumar with the Midday News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurates Madhya Pradesh Global Investors Summit in Indore, says India has been on path of reform, transform and perform since 2014. 83rd All India Presiding Officers Conference opens in Jaipur. Full bench of Election Commission to arrive in Agartala today to take stock of preparations for assembly polls in Tripura. S.S. Rajamouli's film RRR wins Golden Globe Award for Best Original Song for Natu Natu. Prime Minister Modi congratulates entire RRR team for their spectacular achievement. And opening ceremony of FIH Hockey World Cup to be held in Cuttack, Odisha today. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated Madhya Pradesh Global Investors Summit in Indore today through video conferencing. Speaking on the occasion, the Prime Minister said India has been on the path of reform, transform and perform since 2014. He said Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan has imparted greater momentum to it. As a result, India has become an attractive destination for investment. Mr. Modi said the Prime Minister said institutions and credible voices that track the global economy have unprecedented confidence in India.
The IMF sees India as a bright spot in the global economy. The World Bank says that India is in a better position to deal with global headwinds than many other countries. This is because of India's strong macroeconomic fundamentals. OECD has said that India will be among the fastest growing economies in the G20 group this year. According to Morgan Stanley, India is moving towards becoming the world's third largest economy in the next 4 or 5 years.
Mr. Modi said optimism for India is driven by strong democracy, young demography and political stability.
Due to this, India is taking decisions that boost ease of living and ease of doing business. Even during a once-in-a-century crisis, we took the path of reforms. India has been on the path of reform, transform and perform since 2014. The Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan has imparted greater momentum to it. As a result, India has become an attractive destination for investment.
The Prime Minister said India's focus on strengthening multimodal infrastructure is opening up new possibilities of investment in the country. He said dedicated freight corridors, industrial corridors, expressways and logistic parks are becoming the new identity of India. Mr. Modi said everyone is working together to build a developed India.
हम सभी मिलकर विकसित भारत के निर्माण के लिए जुटे हुए हैं और जब हम विकसित भारत की बात करते हैं तो ये सिर्फ हमारी एस्पिरेशन नहीं है बल्कि ये हर भारतीय का संकल्प है.
Delegations from more than 65 countries are participating in the Global Investors Summit. More than 500 prominent industrialists of the country are also participating in the summit. Union Minister for Commerce and Industries Piyush Goyal also addressed the inaugural session through video conferencing. The 83rd All India Presiding Officers Conference opened in Jaipur today. Vice President and Rajya Sabha Chairman Jagdeep Dhankar inaugurated the two-day event. Speaking on the occasion, Mr. Dhankar said the presiding officers must keep their political stance away while performing their august duties.
Presiding officers hold august offices. In this capacity, we are not stakeholders in politics. Primary concern of presiding officers is optimization of the contribution of elected representatives in parliament and legislature for welfare of the people. People in the executive, legislature and holding senior political positions, they must take care that high constitutional offices are kept away from their political stance.
Mr. Dhankar said disruption of the House cannot be a political tool for the members of legislatures. He said that the Constitution has given a great tool of dialogue, debate and discussion, but it is not being used.
Current scenario in Parliament and legislatures is indeed a cause of concern. The disillusionment of the people and their disgust at lack of decorum in Parliament and legislatures could not be more. समय आ गया है कि इस निराशाजनक स्थिति का उचित समाधान अविलंब निकाला जाए. आप सब इस समाधान के सबसे सशक्त माध्यम हैं.
Addressing the conference, Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla said that the laws will be stronger and effective if there is a substantial contribution of people. The full bench of the Election Commission of India, headed by the Chief Election Commissioner, Rajiv Kumar, will arrive Agartala today on a 2-day visit to assess the poll preparedness in the state. Tripura Chief Electoral Officer Geete Kiran Kumar Dinkar Rao said the Chief Election Commissioner will be accompanied by 2 Election Commissioners, Anup Chandra Pandey and Arun Goyal, and other senior officials. During their 2-day stay, they will hold a series of meetings with senior officials to scrutinize the preparedness of the assembly elections and give instructions to the state authorities to hold the election in a free, fair and transparent manner. He said the EC team will also meet all the political parties and will seek their opinions to hold the elections with the participation of all stakeholders. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that Ganga Vilas, the world's longest river cruise, is a unique opportunity to connect with the cultural roots and discover the beautiful aspects of India's diversity. The Prime Minister was responding to a tweet by the Union Minister for Ports, Shipping and Waterways, Sarbanand Sonowal. Mr. Sonowal said that the luxury triple-deck cruise will travel on the world's longest waterway from Varanasi to Dibrugarh in Assam.
ये टूरिस्ट का सफर सफलपूर्वक पूरा होगा. निश्चित रूप से जलमार्ग में हम अगले दिनों में कैसे मजबूत कदम उठाए, इस विषय पर भी हौसला मिलेगा, सही दिशा मिलेगा. और इसके जरिए नदी की पार में बसे हुए जनता को भी अपने अर्थव्यवस्था को मजबूत बनाने के लिए, टूरिज्म सेक्टर के लिए, हमारे हेरिटेज के लिए बढ़ावा मिलेगा और एक्ट ईस्ट पॉलिसी को भी इसी क्रूज के जरिए साकार करने में सफलता प्राप्त करेंगे.
The Prime Minister will flag off the Ganga Vilas Cruise Yatra on 13th of January through video conferencing. The luxury cruise reached Varanasi on Monday evening. 31 tourists from Switzerland arrived Varanasi yesterday and they will embark upon the world's longest cruise journey in this luxury ship on Friday. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. The Uttarakhand government has announced an interim relief package of 1,50,000 rupees each for the affected families of land subsidence in the state. The Secretary to the Chief Minister, R. Meenakshi Sundaram, has said out of this, 50,000 is for shifting households and 1 lakh rupees is being provided to the affected from the Disaster Relief Fund, which will be adjusted later on. Talking to media persons in Joshimath, Mr. Sundaram said government is providing facilities at their best and 4,000 rupees for 6 months have been given to those families who want to stay in a rented house. Mr. Sundaram said in a meeting with beneficiaries and local people that compensation will be given on the market rate whose houses were damaged from the sinking of land. Indian film RRR's super hit song Natu Natu has won the prestigious Golden Globe Award for the Best Original Song. The history-creating track from the director S.S. Rajamouli's blockbuster movie is composed by M.M. Keeravani. The singers are Kal Bhairav and Rahul Sipligunj. Natu Natu, which became an anthem of sorts for the Rajamouli fans, is a dance number featuring Junior NTR and Ram Charan. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has congratulated the entire RRR movie team for winning the Best Original Song Award for Natu Natu at the Golden Globe Awards. In a tweet, Mr. Modi said this prestigious honour has made every Indian very proud. Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Singh Thakur also congratulated the RRR team for their genius and hard work. He said RRR won hearts and is making history around the world by enthralling the movie lovers. The 26th edition of the National Youth Festival will be inaugurated by Prime Minister Narendra Modi tomorrow on the birth anniversary of Swami Vivekanand. More than 7,500 youngsters from different parts of the country will participate in the 5-day event to be held till 16th of January in the twin cities of Dharwad, Hubli in Karnataka. An attempt to create a world record by a mammoth Yogathon event to be participated by 10 lakh yoga practitioners will also be made. We spoke to Karnataka's Additional Chief Secretary in the Department of Youth Empowerment and Sports, Dr. Shalini Rajneesh, about it.
We are attempting Guinness Book of World Record event on 15th of January as a part of the week-long celebrations, and we are expecting about 10 lakh youth participating across the state. So it's a multiple location event which is going to have about 10,000 yoga trainers, and this is being done in association with the Department of Education as well as the Ministry of Ayush.
The BJP has attacked Aam Aadmi Party following a report that Delhi government has paid over 25 crore rupees to lawyers fighting for it in the alleged excise policy scam case. Briefing media in New Delhi, party spokesperson Gaurav Bhatia accused the Delhi government of wasting public money. He said the city government is not able to pay salaries of teachers, doctors and DTC marshals, but it is spending money to save the corrupts. Mr. Bhatia added that Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal should answer to the people over the issue.
दुख की बात है ये, राजकीय कोष से जो जनता की गाढ़ी कमाई से धन आता है उसका इस्तेमाल स्वास्थ्य चिकित्सा बेहतर करने के लिए, बच्चों की पढ़ाई कैसे बेहतर हो इसके लिए नहीं किया जा रहा है। भ्रष्टाचारी पापियों को बचाने के लिए कोई छोटा मोटा खर्चा नहीं, 25 करोड़ रुपए ये भ्रष्टाचारी सरकार लीगल फीस के तौर पर दे रही है।
The opening ceremony of the FIH Hockey World Cup will be held at the historic Barabati Stadium in Cuttack, Odisha today. Many dignitaries, including Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik and Union Minister for Youth Affairs and Sports Anurag Singh Thakur, will grace the occasion. The Hockey World Cup, being hosted by Odisha for the second consecutive time, will be played at the iconic Kalinga Stadium in capital Bhubaneswar and the newly built Birsa Munda Stadium in the steel city of Rourkela. A total of 16 teams are participating in the prestigious World Cup tournament that kickstarts from Friday. More from our correspondent.
While the World Cup trophy, having toured different places in Odisha during the past several days, has finally arrived in Cuttack, elaborate arrangements have been made in the heritage city to live stream the entire opening ceremony. Apart from a host of cultural shows, performances by Bollywood and Hollywood stars will be a special attraction in the opening ceremony for the viewers. Another major point of attraction is the gigantic hockey stick that has been designed by the internationally acclaimed sand artist Sudarshan Patnaik on the riverbed of Mahanadi that flows beside the Millennium City. Girish Chandra Das, AIR News, Bhubaneswar.
In cricket, India defeated Sri Lanka by 67 runs in the first one-day international of the three-match series at Borisapara Cricket Stadium in Guwahati. Chasing a victory target of 374, the visitors made 306 per 8 in their allotted 50 overs. Dasun Shanaka hit an unbeaten 108 runs, Pathum Nisanka 72 and Dhananjay De Silva 47. For India, Umran Malik took 3 wickets, Mohammad Siraj 2, while Hardik Pandya, Mohammad Shami and Yuzvendra Chahal took 1 wicket each. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurates Madhya Pradesh Global Investors Summit in Indore, says India has been on path of reform, transform and perform since 2014. 83rd All India Presiding Officers Conference opens in Jaipur. Full bench of Election Commission to arrive in Agartala today to take stock of preparations for assembly polls in Tripura. S.S. Rajamouli's film RRR wins Golden Globe Award for Best Original Song for Natu Natu. Prime Minister Modi congratulates entire RRR team for their spectacular achievement. And opening ceremony of FIH Hockey World Cup to be held in Cuttack, Odisha today. And with that, we end the midday news.